Your first answer is usually the safe answer, and safe is not memorable. This is why I do not stop when someone tells me what they do. The first answer gives me the title. The next answer starts to show me the brand. And the answer people actually remember is usually one question deeper. And that's the whole point of the Only Statement Audit, not to take your first answer and make it sound prettier. That is not the work. The work is to go underneath it. Because most people have a safe answer. You have one. I have one. Everyone has one. Someone asks, what do you do? And you say the thing that makes sense. I'm a coach. I'm a consultant. I'm a real estate investor. I'm a financial planner. I'm a speaker. I'm a founder. I help people grow. I help people get healthy. I help people build wealth. I help people get clear. I have Fine. None of that is wrong. But most of the time, it is not enough because that answer tells me the category, but it doesn't tell me why you. And categories, they're really crowded. That is why so many smart people still sound easy to compare. They're telling people what they do, but they're not giving people the sentence that explains why they're different. That is why the first answer is almost never the real answer. It's usually the safe answer, the clean answer, the professional answer, the answer you've trained yourself to give because it feels acceptable. But acceptable is not unforgettable. Acceptable does not make people stop. Acceptable does not make someone say, oh, now I get you. Now I know why now I know I would send somebody your way. That is why I don't stop at the first answer. That's also why this process starts before the audit. It starts at findyouronly.app. That's the front door. You answer 8 questions in under 8 minutes, and it's all free. It's very simple. You'll think a little bit. There's no giant workbook, no 3-hour training, no quiz that tells you you are a visionary eagle with golden retriever energy. Although I've said this before and I'll say it again, I would take that quiz. I want to know, am I the eagle? Am I the golden retriever? Am I a slightly anxious pickle with a microphone? I don't know what just happened, but that feels possible. But findyouronly.app is not that. The app asks 8 questions to get the first clues out of your head and onto the table. What do you do? Who do you help? What do people come to you for? What have you lived that shaped how you work? What makes you different? What do you believe that other people in your space may not say out loud? Where are you sounding too broad? What part of your story might be the thing you keep brushing off? That's step 1. The app gives us the first clues. But the audit, that's where we go underneath the clues. That's where the good stuff usually lives. Because when I read your answers, I'm not only looking at what you wrote. I am looking for what feels safe, what feels polished, what feels like the answer you think you're supposed to give. And then on the call, I start asking the question underneath the answer. And that's where things change. Here's what I mean. If you tell me I help people get clear, I am probably going to ask, clear? Clear around what? Why do they come to you instead of someone else? What are they saying when they're stuck? What do you see before they see it? What do you do in the first 20 minutes that most people in your field do not do at all? And that last one matters because your brand is usually hiding inside your behavior, not your title, your behavior. What do you actually do? What do you notice first? What do you ask first? What do you fix first? What do people feel when they are with you? What do you do that feels normal to you, but would be rare to someone else? That's where the real answer starts to show up. Because if I ask you what makes you different, you may freeze, right? Or you may say something safe. Like I care more I listen deeply. I bring strategy and empathy. I have a unique process. I meet people where they are. All that's fine. But everybody says that. That's not your $2 bill. You know what it is? It's a dollar bill with a nicer font. The better question is what do you do that other people in your space do not even think to do? Now we're getting somewhere. Because now we're not looking for a slogan, we're looking for proof. We're looking for behavior. We're looking for the thing you do naturally that other people miss. And that is almost always buried under the first answer. That's why I love asking, what have you done professionally that surprised even you? That question changes the room. Because people usually pause, and I love the pause. The pause tells me we're close, because the polished answer comes fast, right? The real answer usually needs a second. So I ask, what worked better than it had any right to? What result did you get that surprised you? Where did you see something other people missed? Where did someone trust you in a moment that really mattered? Then the story comes out. Is it a client situation, a project, a deal, maybe a hard conversation, a weird problem, a moment where something clicked? And almost every time the person tries to brush it off, they say, hey, it was just luck. That was a weird case. That client was different. That probably does not count. That's where I usually stop them. Because it probably does count. It probably counts a lot. The thing you call lucky might be the thing you have learned to do so well that you don't even notice it anymore. That's the work. And I'm looking for the thing you have normalized, the thing that's obvious to you, but valuable to everyone else. That's often where your only starts to show up. Then there's another question I ask a lot. What part of your story have you been brushing off? That one gets people, because almost everyone has something. Was it a career before the career? A weird job? A painful season? A personal transformation? A family story? A side skill? A chapter that feels unrelated? A thing they keep saying that doesn't belong? But here's what I've seen again and again. The thing you keep calling not relevant is often the thing that explains why people trust you. It's the thing that shaped how you see, how you listen, how you lead, how you make decisions, how you solve problems, how you showed up under pressure. That's not extra. That's the thread. And the thread is what makes the brand make sense. So let me give you a few examples. The names have been changed, details have been changed a bit, but the transformations are real. One client, Candy came in with the safe answer. She wanted to help people. And she had experience. She had art. She cared. All good, right? But that answer was too soft, too general, helpful, kind, supportive, but not memorable. Then we went underneath it. What had she lived? What had shaped her? What had she rebuilt? And there was a body transformation, a money transformation, a self-worth transformation, a season where she rebuilt the way she saw herself. That was not extra. That was the reason people would trust her. The first answer was, I help people. The answer underneath was, I help people rebuild from the inside because I had to do it myself. That's different. Another client, Marcus, had a strong business background. He was smart, he was credible, he was experienced, but he was leaving out a whole world that explained how he actually leads. Martial arts, teaching, discipline, reading people, staying calm under pressure. And at first that sounded like a side note, but it was not. It was the thread. The first answer was business experience. The answer underneath was the discipline and calm he had built over years. That is what made people trust him. And another client, I'll call Landon, had been through physical setbacks, surgeries, pain. rebuilding. And at first it sounded like personal history, something separate, maybe something not professional. But when we went underneath it, we found the thread. Rebuilding foundations, not just in his body, but in his business, in trust, in his deals, in how he spoke to partners and investors. The first answer was what he did. The answer underneath was what he had been built to see. That's the difference. And that's why I keep saying your first answer is usually the safe answer. And safe is not memorable. The first answer gives me the door. The next answer gives me the room. And the next answer usually shows me the thing you've been stepping over for years. That's the audit. Question. Pause. Story. Thread. Sentence. Roadmap. That's the rhythm. Question. Pause. Story. Thread. Sentence. And then the roadmap. We do not stop at the safe answer. We pull on it. We stay with it. We go back to the line you tried to skip. We ask why that story mattered. We ask why that person trusted you. We ask what you did that others would not have done. We ask what old chapter is showing up in your work now. And then the sentence starts to form, not a cute slogan, not a random tagline, but a real sentence. A sentence people can carry for you when you're not in the room. Because people cannot refer what they cannot repeat. Now, I do not want that to be the whole video today because that was day one, right? But it still matters because this is where it connects. If your first answer is too safe, people cannot carry it. If your first answer sounds like everyone else, people cannot repeat it in a way that matters, that sticks. If your first answer does not explain why people may like you, but they will not know how to send the right people your way. That is why the deeper question matters. That is why the audit matters. And that is why the deliverable matters after the call. Because once we find the sentence, I don't just leave you with a nice moment. I build your roadmap, your only statement, your variations, your brand thread, your key moments, your ideal client language, your content direction, your platform language, your next moves. Something you can use right away. Update your bio, fix your headline, write the post, record the intro, explain the offer, tell the story, start moving. This is not motivation. It's movement. It's not hype. It's language. It's not a good call. It's a roadmap. And the whole thing starts simply. Go to findyouronly.app. That's findyouronly.app. Answer the 8 questions. Take you under 8 minutes. It's free. And as you answer, pay attention to what happens inside you. Pay attention to the thing you almost delete, the sentence you soften, the story you think is too specific, the chapter you think that does not belong, the thing that makes you say, does this even matter? Probably does. Then after you take the app, book the 1-hour only statement audit. That is where I ask the questions underneath your answers. That's where we pull the thread. That's where we find the sentence. Because your first answer is usually the safe answer. And safe, not memorable. The real answer is usually one question deeper. Do not let another week go by giving people the safe answer when the real answer is sitting right underneath it. Start at findyouronly.app. It's findyouronly.app. 8 questions in under 8 minutes, then book the 1-hour only statement audit. And if you know someone who keeps giving the safe answer, even though you know there's so much more to them, send this to them. Tag them, text it to them. Send it their way. Because they probably do not need another idea. They need the question that pulls out the sentence. And if this is home, tell me in the comments. What part of your story have you been brushing off? Be the only. Be the $2 bill.